everybody, and welcome to the most Canadian ASMR video ever. We got planned one Canadian band, one Canadian food, one Canadian drink, and one Canadian show, and we're going to talk about them. When this collab is done, all of you will be seeing and eating, or technically eating maple syrup, and we'll be coming down over the border to grab your Tim Hortons, your ketchup chips, your Smarties, and on your hungover days, y'all will be coming in for the Caesars. Let's get right into this video.
Hey bud, how's it going, I am Chaos ASMR. Okay, that's enough of this guy. Hi guys, I am Chaos ASMR, and I'm happy to be here. Thank you to SRT ASMR for having me.
I'm gonna start with the food, so check this out. Let's open it up and eat some and then go over it. Oh my god, they smell so good. Sorry to everybody who's not Canadian. You're kind of missing out. This is what they look like. No, it's not doing that if I'm gonna eat it. They're just unbeatable. Let's donate one to the channel and see if it can make good noises. I'm just gonna put the bag down, okay? I think the chip makes good sounds. Shout out Raffy Taffy. And all you watching this right now, all of you, go hit that sub button to Chaos ASMR. He is the future of ASMR, in my opinion. So let's go check him out.
Let's get into my Canadian snack, which is Hawkins Cheezies. These are practically a Canadian staple for a lot of good reasons. Now, you might look at these and think, oh yeah, they're like Cheetos. Not at all. They may look similar to Cheetos, but they are a very different taste. They are a very different consistency, and they come in all different sizes and shapes. So let's get into this, and I'll show you a couple of examples. So, as you can see here, we have two very different size and shaped cheesies. Now, how do they taste? I guess they have much more of a natural flavor compared to something like Cheetos, because the ingredient list is surprisingly and pleasantly short. Definitely super cheesy, obviously, as the name might suggest. And rather than a light and airy crispiness, they have a very thick, dense crunchiness. Listen to this.
is a Canadian series based out of Nova Scotia, Canada. I think it's Dartmouth, notice Nova Scotia. And if you didn't know, basically they just do like small crimes. And my light just fell. Great, okay. Whatever, we're not gonna cut that out. We're just gonna keep rolling. And they just do like small crimes. They're trying to get rich. But it is the funniest series you could ever watch. If all of you out there, all of you watching this right now, stop watching. Stop. And go check out Trailer Park Boys on Netflix. Please do it. Please. I don't think I've ever laughed so hard at anything. I started watching them in like grade 3, which is probably a little bit too early. But like I said, my first time watching it, I thought I was gonna like have a heart attack or my stomach was gonna stop working because I was laughing so much. But that's not the only item I have for the boys. I also got their whiskey. So they got the swear net on the top. And it is called Liquorman's Old Dirty Canadian Whiskey. You got Bubbles. You got Ricky. And then you got Julian. And this is whiskey that they actually use in the shows. Well, they're not actually drinking while they're acting, but you'll see these all over the park. And you got the Trailer Park Boys. This was a Christmas gift. My parents had to order it in from Toronto to get it. So, shout out to them. And then I got one more item. It's very special. So, I've actually met the Trailer Park Boys, and I got a sign up there as well, right up there. But I've actually met them. They had a live show they did. I got VIP tickets to it because I've watched them my whole life. I still smoke a joint. I'll sit down and watch the boys. But it is signed. My bracelet I got pictures with them, other stuff signed by Randy. So it's Randy, Ricky, Julian, and Bubbles. It was the show right after Mr. Leahy passed, sadly. But yeah, I was lucky enough to get to meet them. I hope I get to meet them again.
Okay, moving right along into one of my favorite Canadian TV shows, which is Kenny versus Spenny. Now, Kenny versus Spenny was at the time a very original TV show, an original concept. It features Kenny and Spenny. These are two lifelong best friends who compete in a series of competitions. Every episode is a competition, and the loser gets to subject the other guy to a horrible humiliation. Now, the kicker is the competitions are really bizarre, a lot of them. To name a few, there's like the first person to touch the ground loses. Who can be tied to a goat the longest? Or who can keep their head in a miniature chicken coop the huge fan. I typically I like to have one Caesar. You know, if it's a night out, start off with one Caesar, and that's kind of it. Because what makes this drink unique is that it is a very savory drink. Now, you've probably had sweet drinks, fizzy drinks, sparkling, maybe sour drinks, but this drink is pure savory, and it gets that flavor from the clamato juice that is in this. What is clamato juice? It's a mix of onion powder, onion, anchovies, garlic, and dried clams. So imagine that clam juice mixed with tomato juice, mixed with vodka. If you're repulsed, I understand, but believe me, they're pretty good. So let's crack into this thing, and I'll tell you what it tastes like. Gotta give it a good shake. By the way, most people that I know, like a good friend of mine that drinks Caesars, they mix them themselves. They buy clamato juice and vodka and Worcestershire sauce. And yeah, so I don't know anyone that drinks them right out of the can. I don't even know how good this is gonna be. You can also buy them like spicy. Here, I'll share this picture with you. When I went out to buy this, you know, they have a wide variety of different flavors, like extra hot, spicy pickle, etc. So, I digress. We'll get into this. Any of you guys freaked out yet? Alright, bottoms up. It's been a
legends. I just like Nickelback. I think they're better, in my opinion. I love them all, but Nickelback. I've seen them 3 times in concert, and after every song, because Chad Kruger, this lead guitarist singer, whatever he is from here. He ends his tour in Vancouver, and after every song, he'll yell out, "Sure, it's Vancouver." And by the last song of the night, he's usually absolutely obliterated. So, that's just a cool fact. But, that is it for my part. Chaos is definitely going to do better than me. He's amazing. Again, go sub to his channel. All of you out there, go sub to his channel, please. Okay? I love you all so much. If you're new and you haven't subbed watching this, drop that sub on both of our channels, please. It's free, and we would do it for you. That being said, I hope you guys enjoy Chaos's part. Alright? And as always from my channel, I wish you sleep. I wish you deep dreams with great sleep, and hope you wake up and conquer all your goals in the morning. That is it for me, everybody. Bye-bye.
And finally, we're going to move into a Canadian band, which I love, which is Rush. Rush, the 3-man band consisting of Geddy Lee, Alex Lifeson, and Neil Peart, or Peart, depending on how you pronounce it. This is my favorite album by this band. It's called Moving Pictures. And as you can see, these guys are moving some pictures. This album has some great hits on it, such as Tom Sawyer, Red Barchetta, YYZ, and Limelight, to name a few. And what's kind of fun about this album cover is there's the album cover, and on the back is a photo of them taking the photo for this album. Kind of a behind the scenes there. That's pretty cool. But yeah, if you've listened to Rush, you know that they're very in tuned, for lack of a better word, with energy, with the universe, a connection to nature, connection to the cosmic events and energy. Neil Peart, the drummer, who's regarded as one of the best drummers of all time. I agree. He writes all of the lyrics, or he wrote them, rest in peace. Yeah, great band. You know, they stay out of the whole Hollywood machine, churning out just hits, and they really make music that comes from the heart, so I really appreciate that. This album is a 10 out of 10. If you have never listened to Rush, you're like, let me get a taste of Rush, let me listen to what Chaos is talking about, start with this album. Truly, track 1, Tom Sawyer, perfect introduction to this album. Alright guys, huge thank you to SRT ASMR for participating in this collaboration. And, go over to his channel, check him out, like, subscribe, comment. You guys know the drill. I mean, his work speaks